Hello, everybody. Ciao. Oh, sorry it took me longer to start than what I thought it would. I was trying to link it to um, my TikTok as well. All right, so yeah, things are way better. Actually, streaming morning check-ins right now. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna have to start halfway through my list today because there was games I didn't get to yesterday. Let's see. Um. Okay. So of course, um, people get back to me now about making character creations. My morning check. Okay, we'll see if they are okay with me doing it then. Um, let's see. Let's share my Twitch. Twitch. Is anybody watching yet this morning? Nope. That's okay.
Something. Something.
Okay, back to Discord. Awesome. Let's check in with the O team. How's the O team doing this morning? Oh, still waiting on hearing from the DM. That's fine. No problem. I am currently streaming right now. If you are okay with doing character creation live on stream. Don't have any viewers at the moment. Alright, let's get to my games and see how everybody's doing. Where did I get to yesterday? Why is my Discord being so weird? Okay. to him. Those two, alright, finding safety needs taken into finished games. Awesome. Tag you in the PCLF voice chats. At hello. There it is. Okay, let's see when she joins. Maybe I can check into one game. Festival of Lights. Okay, so she is um, in the midst of speaking with her aunt um, about going and seeing her cousins. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Hi. Oh, sorry. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. You said you did get a chance to look over the rules in the getting started page then?
Yes, I was kind of like I got most of the gist of it. I admit I was a little tired when I read it, but I think I got it.
Okay. Well, it's super simple, and if you have any questions as we go, feel free to ask. I am going to be as helpful as physically possible. So that is not a problem. Um, okay, so the way we start games is the first thing is what setting and theme you would like your game to be. So settings are things like fantasy, sci-fi, modern era, dystopian, post-apocalyptic, future. Um, so if you were to tell a story in any setting, what do you think you would most like to be in?
I'm in fantasy stuff a lot, so I would like to do something different. Um, I would say either sci-fi or like as weird as it sounds, like 1920s crime drama. I don't know why that came into my head, but
Yeah, I could do that. I would be really interested to do that if that's what you want to do. Um,
Well, whichever you think is easier to work with, like, cause I like I said, I've been mainly running like I've DM'd one fantasy game and I've been playing another that are text based.
mhm,
But yeah, I also have a Mass Effect one lined up later at some point because I do like sci-fi a lot.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I don't know why I thought of like crime noir story, but I figured that was something like different that I probably won't come across anywhere else.
uh-huh.
And if that's what this experience is, that's probably what I would go for.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's great. That's awesome. So I'll have to look up a little bit about the era. I know a little bit about the time period, but yeah, that will not be a problem. Awesome. Okay,
Awesome.
so um, in this 1920s film noir crime era that we were gonna do, um, what do you think is it just our world or is it like an alternate world where like other things are happening that wouldn't happen real life?
I would we could make it alternate just to make it interesting, and also just so that way we don't have to look up as much historically.
Mhm.
That way
Mhm.
we can kind of wing it a little,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know.
Okay. So all right, let me ask you this then. Is there like magic in this world then, or are we gonna go off of real world rules?
Oh, we could go off magic and make it like a what is that called? Wolf Among Us.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like there's still like fantastical creatures, but it's still in that like gritty setting.
Yeah.
I could see that working.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, well, all right. Well, then let me ask you this: Is the like magic like a common knowledge thing, like everybody knows about it, or is it kind of
Huh.
a Harry Potter esque like hidden magical world?
Oh, is it magic and muggles? Um, I don't know, because I want to say like I want it to be so commonplace that it like people are tripping over it.
All right,
Like,
all right, yeah, okay. So basically, what we're doing is we're taking fantasy setting and just putting it in the 1920s. Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay, I could totally do that. Yeah. All right. Um, So, 1920s, that is like really like industrial era.
Well,
Um,
yeah, like well, we don't even have to do 19 like we could do push it later like 1930s or 40s because that way you could do like post depression.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, maybe just after the Great Depression, where things are starting to rise back up
But
again.
yeah, I would say like late 30s pre World War II, you know. But
Hmm.
like again, it's an alternate universe, so you can
Yeah,
kind of do it however you want it anyway.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay, okay, that's awesome. All right, so for the theme, I'm getting you kind of want like a gritty realism kind of theme, but with fantastical things.
yes, yes.
Okay, okay, all right. So
I had a totally different mental image going into this. I was totally gonna go sci-fi, like cyborg, but then that just popped in my head, and we are just running with it now.
yeah, yeah, no, I love it. Okay, so 1930s uh fantasy will be the setting, and then um gritty realism slash film noir um, for the theme. Okay, so so let's start thinking about your character. Um, here, one second, I got what do you see your character as being like in this fantasy world or this fantasy 1930s? Is there like fantastical races as well, or is it just humans?
I would say fantastical races too. Like literally, like I want there to be like, damn, that gnome next door ripped me off at the pawn shop,
Yeah,
sort of thing. Like,
yeah.
but it's still like just
Okay, so
because
we're
it's so
just
weird.
yeah, we're just taking like Dungeons and Dragons esque and putting it into the 1930s. All right.
Basically, yeah. Yeah. I wanted to steer away from fantasy so bad, but that setting's so bizarre. I want to run with
Yeah, no, it does
it.
sound it does sound like it's gonna be great. Okay, so let's start thinking about your character. So I try to steer away from calling it races because of um modern era, right? So what
Right.
ancestry slash heritage do you want your character to have? Are you a human or are you an elf? And keep in mind, in my game, you can be literally anything, right? If you want to,
Literally anything.
literally anything. If you want to be a dragon, you can be a dragon in my game, and I would be fine with that. I actually have two games going. Well, no, just one game going now. The other guy, his 2 week trial ended, and he didn't keep going. But I have games with dragons in them. You could be like a mind flayer. You could be, literally whatever you want.
Um, oof. Um, I is it wrong that I want to be like a siren lounge singer?
Uh, no, that actually sounds awesome.
Yes.
Hey, Demon Souls 25. Hey, Rubinsky. It's nice to see you guys in the chat. Um, okay, so yeah, that is awesome. Okay, so this siren, are they very like human-esque visually, or are they kind of like sirens a lot of times will be like mermaid-esque, right? Or how
Yeah, I would.
Go ahead, please.
That are like completely human looking, but I would say like if you wanted to go with the mermaid look, I would still like the face to resemble something human, but like have like either like glimmery scales on the side or some gills or something. Like mostly human, but a touch of something where you're like, okay, this isn't fully right.
Okay. So maybe she has a slightly different color skin,
Yeah,
or
yeah, okay, yeah. That's kind of like a pearlescent, iridescent sheen to it, maybe.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I love that.
Okay.
All right, so all right. So I guess I should have asked this. Where in like are we still gonna be considered to be in like the United States? Are we gonna pick a specific like when I think 1930s, I instantly think New York City, right?
Or like Chicago or something.
Yeah, exactly. So what were you thinking as far as the like immediate setting?
I wasn't sure actually, because I wasn't sure whether we wanted to make something up or just go with the city we know. Because like it depends on whether we want to look up the historical references, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, and I mean I could kind of do both. Um, so maybe we just make a city and kind of base it off of the feel of a city, right? Um,
Right. Yeah. No, I'm good with that. Like again, like pulling the reference of Wolf Among Us. Like, yeah, they kind of had their like was it Storybrooke or whatever it was. Like, it
mhm.
was like a city that it looked basically like New York, but it was something else. Like it has the vibe, but it's enough different where you can't, you don't have to feel like somebody's gonna be like, "Hey, that's not correct." Like,
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. All right, so okay, so now we have to start focusing down on your character. So your ancestry heritage is gonna be Siren, right? And then
yeah,
so you said specifically that she's a like a lounge singer, right?
yeah,
Um, okay. So and I mean Siren are they're kind of automatically gonna have something about singing, right? It's their thing.
right.
So I'm just gonna call it Siren Song. Okay, so a couple things about my game. There are no set abilities. There are no set
Interesting.
races. There's no set classes. Everything is open. So at the beginning, as we are creating this character, we will come up with abilities specifically for your character, right? So
Yeah,
the first ability I'm going to give you is called Siren Song, both because that's the
love
way
that.
people always say it, and I love the alliteration. And this is going to allow you to influence people through your singing. So
I dig that.
you can influence slash suggest to entities hear your beautiful siren song. Um, let's see. Entities will not do things that will immediately put them into danger.
So I can't tell them to throw themselves into traffic.
Yes, yes. Um, Now, all of my abilities are always very, very open ended. Okay, so I want it open to your creativity, right? So
Okay.
I am gonna leave that pretty much at that, where it's just gonna say you can influence slash suggest two entities that hear your beautiful siren song. So then it's gonna be up to you how you use that to influence or make suggestions to them. Um,
That's rad.
okay, so what else? All right, so normally what I would do is you get three abilities from your ancestry slash heritage, and then three abilities from your character like training or skills. Okay, so is there anything else that like Siren says to you other than the song? Like you could get like water
Cool.
breathing or
I was gonna say water breathing. Yeah. I think that would come in handy. Um,
Okay.
Something with water breathing and something with like maybe like enhanced senses.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an ability called Amphibious. Um,
Ooh.
you can breathe underwater, and your movement score is unaffected by being submerged. So you will still get your full movement, whether you're in water or not. So
Yeah, because something else that just popped into my head. I don't know. Like this is very creatively liberating space. I appreciate that. Uh, Something else that popped into my head, like when we were talking about abilities and training, was I was like, what if she's working at like a mob boss club, but she's like she lures the customers in and then like is also an assassin.
nice. Oh my god, I love that so much. Okay, yeah, that's totally what we're going with now. Um, so okay, um,
Yes.
Siren Song, Amphibious. You said something about heightened senses, and
Yeah.
I think that will be something that would be very helpful for kind of almost a seductress assassin, right? It seems like kind of what we're
Right.
going for now.
Yeah.
Okay, so heightened senses. You have advantage. So advantage in my game is a little different. Everything in my game is a 1 through 100 roll or a 2d10 percentile, depending on how you want to roll it. Okay.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay.
so in my game, when you get advantage on a roll, all it means is that the higher number gets put in the 10 spot. So say if you rolled a 17, well now it's a 71.
Well,
Um,
that's nice.
yeah, but sometimes it doesn't help you. If you roll a 55 or a 22, it's not near as
Yeah.
helpful. But sometimes it's really really helpful. So, but it's the same as rolling advantage to Dungeons and Dragons, right? You could still roll two nat ones. Like,
I've
I,
done it.
yeah, I've seen it happen. Well, I've seen people roll with disadvantage and get two nat 20s. So like it can still happen.
Yeah.
Okay, you have advantage on all perception checks. Um, all perception checks based off of sight, sound, smell. Bam. Okay. So there's your first three abilities. Oh, I don't know why I hit enter and got out of their character sheet. Okay. So, with going with like an assassin style, you're gonna want something to help you be stealthy, right?
Yeah.
So, uh, let's see. I want like more of it to be based off of you singing too, because I love that idea. um, so maybe I don't suppose you've played League of Legends by any chance, have you?
I have played League of Legends actually. Not recently, but I did years
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. So Sona from League of Legends.
Oh no. Okay.
You know how she goes back and forth between songs, right? Um, oh hey, thanks for the follow.
So you're saying like something that changes based on like song or frequency,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
maybe?
yeah. So what I'm thinking is maybe you have this like ability to enhance yourself with your songs. Okay, so
Oh.
maybe like you have like what I was thinking because I love alliteration. I was saying that earlier. Is you have a sneaky song, okay? So it's like you like quietly humming to yourself, but it makes people so it like numbs their senses,
Do you know
right?
what a sneaky song made me think of?
What's that?
Have you ever seen Emperor's New Groove?
Yes.
The song is scaring the bag.
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da.
Yeah. Yep. And that's totally. I actually just watched a TikTok recently where it was showing different D&D characters sneaking, and it showed the bard, and he was playing a guitar, and he was playing the Pink Panther theme song, like doo
Oh God,
I was like,
that's
that's
brilliant. I like that.
totally how
But
this
yeah,
is.
but no, yeah, like if different songs or whatever give advantage to different skill points or whatever,
Yeah,
yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. All right, so you can project your voice in such a way as to dull the senses of other entities. So instead of saying creatures in my game, I always say entities because creatures doesn't cover like ghost, right? It's not a creature. Um, so I always say entities instead of creatures. You can
Yeah.
project your voice in such a way as to dull the senses of other entities. Um, this is including, but not limited to. Um,
And is it like I don't know why I thought of this too, but like how many more skills do I have that I can use right
uh, two more technically. Now, if you come up with something really cool, I'm willing to
now?
um,
Okay.
make that past that. But
Is it weird that I thought of like Yondu's whistling like arrow thing, but instead they're hairpins?
that's awesome. Um, yes, I love. Oh my god, that's so great. Okay, yeah. All right, give me a second to finish typing out this one, and then we're totally gonna do that. Making uh, ringing in their ears, etc. Okay, so the way I describe Sneaky Song is you can project your voice in such a way as to dull the senses of other entities. This is including, but not limited to, making creatures become less awake, so you kind of like make them start to like doze, right? Um, Making their vision dim, or making a ringing in their ears, right?
So it's like a vocal version of a flash grenade.
Well, kind of, but it's not gonna be noticeable to them, right? Although all
Right.
that'll happen to them is the effect. Um,
Gotcha. Okay.
Wait, and then I was just talking about how I never use creatures, and then I put creatures in that description. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm throwing you off.
Yeah. All right. So sneaky song. What are we gonna call? What are we gonna call
It's,
that?
I am also a fan of alliteration, so yeah.
Hey, Bobby. You are a good girl.
What if we call it an attack aria? Aria of
Ooh.
attack. That sounds better.
Aria of attack. That's hilarious. I dig it. And it's a play on words, so it's a double win.
Yeah. Yep, my favorite kind. So, a lot of the abilities in my game will be called like "and my axe," right, and all kinds of stuff like that. In one of my games, the girl is a Fey descendant in modern era, but she has I called it customer service voice.
Oh,
And
I have a mean customer service voice.
yeah, she's a jewelry salesman in her game, and customer service
Ooh.
voice gives her advantage on charm checks and dealing with people when she's trying to do a business deal.
See,
Um,
that's cool.
yeah,
That's unique. Like,
yeah. Well, and that is the goal of my game is to just be as open. I
yeah.
actually, Rubinsky was talking to me in chat, and I need to get him. Oh, hey, Josh. Josh is watching my stream. I'm sorry, the guy that runs the server, Josh Orsak. Um, Thank you so much, Josh, for your support. I appreciate it. Yeah, in the Orzac Narrative Discord, he's the one that runs the Discord for me and
Oh,
for
okay.
all of us.
Hi.
And he is an excellent person. He works so hard. I can't believe it sometimes. Um, so all right, Aria of Attack. You can. So I don't want it to just be limited to like certain objects, right? So I think what this does is it kind of gives you like a
Like,
telepathy, right?
or like a telekinesis,
Yeah,
but with a vocal kickstart.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You can manipulate objects. Actually, Josh, you're gonna love this, right? What do you call it? What do you call it in your game? Audiokinesis. Audiokinesis is pretty much what you're gonna be doing now. Um,
Nice.
all right, so you can manipulate objects using your voice. Yeah, in Josh's game, I was playing this class. It's called a tonal manipulator.
Ooh,
And it's like a bard, only just going all out on the voice. And one of the things
that's
that
cool.
one of the things that I had was this ability just called the voice. Are you familiar with Dune by any chance? Either the books
I
or the
am
movies?
familiar with Dune. Yes.
So I had the Benny Gesserit voice. So I could
Ooh,
just talk to people and convince them of things.
that is
And
fantastic.
the way I flavored it as that character is I would sing, and through my singing, it would suggest to them, different actions and what they should be doing.
That's really cool. That's really cool. I like that. But yeah, it's funny. Like I'm a singer myself, but I'd never played a bard until like my most recent campaign. That the only other text-based campaign I'm involved in. So
Hmm.
now I'm like hooked on it. I'm like, yes, all the singing characters.
Yeah, that's always been my thing. I was a theater kid growing up, uh, and
Nice.
I was in choir and show choir and band and jazz band and handbells. I was
Oh, I
the
did handbells too.
That's awesome. You are like the first other person I've ever talked to that also did handbells, other
My
than
sister and
people
I
I
both
went to
did.
school with. That is great. Um, okay, so you can manipulate objects using your voices included, but not limited to um, uh, flinging objects at high velocity, and then in parentheses I'm gonna put attack, right? Because flinging objects at high velocity, making objects float midair,
High five.
um,
Good
and
joking, Mom.
fine-tuned control.
Good joke.
Thanks, baby.
Oh man, she
My
sounds
kid,
great.
yeah, he gave me a high five. He said, "Good job, mommy."
That's awesome. How old? How old is he?
He just turned 5.
Oh, okay, okay.
He
Yeah.
said, "I'm just 5." Yeah.
Don't always. It's already my birthday.
Yes, you already had your birthday. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
But
One, two,
um,
three, four, five.
but yeah, like the bard I have in my other campaign is actually a changeling.
Nice. Changeling
So
bards,
she,
my favorite kind.
so
Oh
she
shoot.
can
Hey,
shape
I'm
shift
sorry.
and
My boss from my job is calling me. I'm gonna pause the stream for just a moment. I will be right back.
Okay. What are these, baby? What'd you draw?
I draw you, Daddy, and that.
Oh, that's nice, baby.
Two.
That's so nice, darling. I love that.
Oh goodness. Okay, I'm back. Um, yeah, there
That
was a
was,
major malfunction at my factory yesterday under
oh,
my
geez.
process, and it's still down. I just found out. So he was asking me some quick questions about that.
Oh, okay. Okay. You know, it's fine. Yeah, work is important. I get it.
Yeah, no, I'm desperately trying to get out of that job. I ain't gonna lie. Um, but it's not too bad. I'm a supervisor, so I do less work than the other people normally. Now, yesterday that was not the case. Um, Okay, so back to your character. As far as abilities go, you have one left. So what are some other things that you think you could do with music, right? Like you already have a song that's going to allow you to be sneaky, right? Um,
Hey, hold on a second. Hey. Oh, you're getting your chair? This child has to sit in the chair to eat, and the chair was gone. So he has to go. He's like, I have to go get my chair. All right, go get your chair. Okay, I'm glad you got your Elmo chair. Go put it up at your table and go eat. Sorry. But yeah, with things musically. Like, when I think of music, I also think of, like, rhythm.
uh-huh.
Uh, yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, originally I was thinking the last ability would have something to do with, like, shape shifting, but,
Yeah.
huh.
I mean, that's
But
something that we could do.
rhythm works too, though, or like something else musically. I want to like make it challenging too, because shapeshifting might make my job too easy.
Yeah.
Uh, so,
Well, maybe we could kind of go with that the Benny Gesserit voice kind of thing, where
yeah,
you'd have to
okay,
make a roll, but maybe you can influence people just through the power of your voice.
okay,
Um,
we can work with that. That would be a good skill set to have.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah, that way if I failed, like my appearance would still throw them off. I'd have to be convincing enough.
Hmm.
Thank you, baby.
Um,
So yeah, that could work.
okay, so oh, you could do everything based on different aspects of music. Like you could do chords, treble, yeah, Josh, that is that is a thing. Um, yeah, I'm giving Josh ideas about his game apparently while he's watching me run my stuff.
Awesome.
Okay, you can suggest actions and um, influence mood through the use of your voice. Uh, this is including, but not limited to.
I made a secret for you. I have a secret for you. Make sure you get anything of anything, okay?
Okay, baby. Thank you.
Suggesting actions, um, making an entity go from hostile to indifferent, or indifferent to friendly, etc. Okay, so now what I need you to do, either through physical dice or digital dice, is I need you to
Oh,
roll. Yes?
I make dice, so I have plenty on standby.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
that is one of the things. I have so many dice goblins that play in my games, and they're like, "But you only use 2 dice." I'm like, yeah, that's all you ever use in my game. Like, but I have all these dice.
but I have all of these.
Yeah.
I can't use all of them. It's like, no, dude.
So yeah, I need you to roll 2d10 percentile, um, 8 times, and let me
Oh,
know
I
what
see.
your results are.
Okay. I know you love my dice, baby. Thank you. Come here. You want to help me pick a set to use? You're gonna be my good luck. Which one? Which one does mommy use? Which one? Choose one. Oh, good choice. Okay. Okay. So 8 times you said?
Yes.
I got I got a 78 for the
Okay.
first one.
All right. One sec. Let me get back to your game. Somebody mentioned me in the Discord, and I was checking that out. Okay.
Oh, you want to
So
do this one for the next one? Okay, he's picking different dice for each roll. So,
nice.
all right, buddy, I'm trusting you. Trusting my fate is left to a 5-year-old. Okay.
You can play with the dice.
I literally got 2 zeros.
Nice.
The
That's a
dice.
100.
You want, Mom?
Nice.
So, I'll actually, we'll give you an extra ability for that. Because 100 rolls are so rare. I'm not gonna lie, I have been running this game for almost 3 months now. I've had 2 people roll 100s in my game so far.
My childhood chose a really good set of dice. Thank you, buddy. Which ones are dead? Keep it up.
Yeah,
Which one?
let's keep the streak going.
That doesn't. Right? Jeez. Okay.
Bye, Josh. Thank you for coming and supporting, man. I love that.
What's next?
Oh, okay. I have a 0, 0, and a 9.
Oh yeah, so that's a 9. That's not a good one.
No. You had to fail at some point, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's only gonna work for so long.
Okay, buddy. Hold on. $56.
Okay.
Okay. That's all right.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's above average.
I'll choose my own this time and see if that helps. 73. Better.
Zero.
Okay.
Which one is?
How many more do I have left? 3?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 3 more.
Okay. Those ones? Oh, that's a good choice, buddy. I like those. Okay. I got double zeros again.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'll send you a picture and everything.
That's insane.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, what are
man,
the
you're
freaking
gonna end
odds
up-
of that?
You're gonna end up having a
Hold on.
crazy strong starting character. Let me tell you
That's
that.
what is next.
You know what? Okay, buddy, I'll use those next, I promise. Hold on, let me get my flash on. I'm legit taking a picture of this. There we go. Okay, and he wants me to use these name snaps. So 2 more.
hmm
41. Not
One
great.
more.
1 more. Yes, that's 1 more. Good counting, buddy. Final one. Which one? You already did that one. You do a different one. Okay. Thank you. $77.
Man, okay. So I will tell you that anything over a 75 at the start just gets lowered to 75. 75 is your max starting out.
Okay.
So you have though 1, 2, 3, 4 75s. So yeah, you're gonna be hella strong.
I broke
Um,
my character, but
a 73 and a 56. Okay, so in my game, I call them competency scores instead of ability scores because I have to be different, right? I can't just be Dungeons and
yeah,
Dragons.
right.
So those are agility, which is dexterity, charm, which is why can I say charisma, intelligence, strength, vitality, which is constitution, and wisdom. So pretty much,
Okay.
you just need to decide
Pretty much.
which one's going to be slightly lower than all the rest of them. And judging from your character, I would say strength is probably going to
I
be
would
the...
say so. Yeah, because she's got to be like sneaky to make up for her lack of physical strength.
Mhm.
That's what I would assume.
But everything else is
Especially since I
75.
picture like, especially since I picture like her being out of the water probably makes her weaker than
Mhm.
she would be if she was in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that worked canonically, I think.
Okay. Okay, so one of the things that's going to be on your character sheet, it says to hit. I've never used that yet. I need to just take it off the character sheet. My original idea for the system was that you needed to have like armor class, right? And so
Oh yeah.
my idea was they have to roll above a certain number in order to hit you, right?
Right.
I've never used it, not one time. So I need to just get rid of it. Actually,
So,
maybe.
so what do you use instead? Just like a percentile for that? Like,
No, so it's all based off of what? Sorry, one sec, one sec. Okay, it's all based off of what you roll, right? So at this point in my game, I hardly roll at all. Okay, so say you were in a combat encounter. Okay, in my game, they're called scenes instead of rounds, and you get 3 actions in any combination. Okay, so you could
okay,
attack 3 times, you could move 3 times, you could move, attack, attack. You could attack, move. It's a lot more open than some of the other games. So, but pretty much everything you do, you will roll your percentile, and then tell me how good you did. Right. So,
yeah,
say you said you were gonna attack, and you rolled low. Well, the way I'll describe it is if the other creature was going to attack you, well, they hit you because you rolled low, right? Like you tried to attack
right,
them, it didn't work. They hit you.
It was
Um,
you and me.
Now, the only main exception to this is when you're in like a boss battle, right? When it's against like
yeah,
a main named character, then they will roll against you. But for the most part, one of the things about if I'm rolling is it kind of slows the game down, right? Like, and I don't. The whole purpose of my game is it's all story and it just keeps flowing, right? Like,
yeah. There's enough technical stuff to give structure, but otherwise it's pretty freeform.
exactly, exactly.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm down with that.
Okay, so size is just how tall you are in feet, rounded to the nearest foot. So,
Near what?
how tall do you feel that your siren is?
I picture. I picture like, honey, you're good. Hold on a second. Don't stick a fork in your pocket. You're gonna break it. The things you say to children, you never think sentences you would never say aloud. Like,
No, no, I'm fully aware. Yeah, I have 3 myself.
oh god. Okay. But what was I say? I picture like kind of like something. I would picture somebody. I wouldn't want her like too tall because she can't really be sneaky if she's a giant.
hmm
So.
Well, so I'm not gonna lie. The way I'm almost picturing your character at this point is Jessica Rabbit. Um,
honestly, honestly, I could go for that. My mom used to tell me when I was a kid that if I ate my peas, I would look like Jessica Rabbit, and I told her many years later because I'm a redhead, right? So she's like,
mhm.
"You'll just grow up and be Jessica Rabbit." I'm like, "You lied to me."
Yeah, it did not work out the way you said.
And
Um,
Kelly's like, "Cause my sister's like, cause you didn't eat enough peas." I'm like, "Shut up."
And I said, "Who are you?"
That's right.
yeah.
I
Who are
say,
you to
"Who
tell
ate
me?
that pea?"
That's exactly what my child just said too. Uh,
Okay, so with that, I picture you being close to 6 foot, right? Like,
okay, okay.
you're the strong Amazonian woman, right? Like,
Okay, I could be down for that. Yeah. It
okay,
also like Diva from Fifth Element is
yeah,
tall too.
yeah,
So
exactly. See, oh yeah, and that's another great
Yep.
example of kind of how your character is. Like, oh,
oh
I
my
love
god,
that.
my
Okay.
child is straight up. My child is straight up making a PowerPoint presentation. Go over there.
All right, so your movement, the base movement's 30 feet. But it's increased for every 10 that agility's above 50. So you end up with a 45. No, 40. You end up with a movement score of 40 feet. So you're faster than the average person. Um,
Nice.
Health is 100% because everything in my game is based off of percentage. Um, Money in my game, much like Josh's game, is completely based.
MP.
Yes. Yep. It is based off of money points. I do not have like denominations of money, right? It doesn't go.
I hate the denominations because it's too much work to calculate. Um.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think of it like like that's part of the sci-fi that's always nice is like you just do credits. It's
Hmm.
great. Just do credits. You want to comb your hair, baby? Go for it.
Okay, so as far as your inventory goes, everybody ends up, and I always put this in quotation marks, you have basic supplies.
No.
So,
No.
basic supplies is anything that people in your setting would usually carry on them, right? So
Yeah.
it's the and sundry, right? I'm not gonna list every single thing that you're carrying with you.
Your wallet, your keys.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so you will have that. Now you said specifically that you wanted to have these like
The
hair
hairpins.
combs. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
So like how are you picturing those? Are they still just like your basic like metal hairpins, or are they
Yeah, they're
like
like the chopstick style, like
okay?
that you twist your hair up into.
Aha, yeah, okay. Um, metal hairpins. And then I'm gonna put next to them in parentheses darts, right? Because that's essentially what they
Yeah.
end up being.
Yeah.
Um, so how many of those do you think you have?
Own it to you.
Honey, I know because I'm the one who wrote it.
Like I think on average you'd probably have like four, right? They end up using four of them in
What
there.
good you?
Um, so you know what? We'll say six. You have six of them.
Okay.
Six metal hairpins. Is there anything specific that you feel your character would carry? And this could be something that maybe isn't even like useful per se, like something sentimental, something specific to your character. Now this isn't a requirement, but sometimes it's just a fun little like
Like
story
a piece
point.
of backstory. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now, I like the first thing I thought of is like a necklace from home, like
Okay.
from under the water, like something that ties to like her family in the ocean that
Yeah.
she never takes off.
Okay.
Uh, but besides that, I don't know. Like, I don't picture her being super sentimental, but that's like the one hidden, like that's the one thing that she kind of keeps sentimentally to herself.
Yeah.
But she doesn't go around like parading it. It's just like, this is mine. This is my secret.
Okay. So I'm just gonna call it your family necklace, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay. So, that pretty much covers everything. A couple of things I want to go over real quick. So on your character sheet, next to your competency scores, there's gonna be a number, and then there'll be another number in parentheses. So whenever you roll, if I say, make a vitality roll to see if you resist that poison, um, you want to roll over the number that's in the parentheses. Um,
Okay.
so the way it works is the numbers that you rolled are your percent chance of success, right? But when you roll in my game, you're trying to beat your percent chance of failure. Um,
Mommy.
Damn. Okay.
yeah, and that way too, it's always a high number that you want. One of the things that drives me nuts about some other games, now, I mean, I still love the other games, but one of the things that drives me nuts is when you need a low number, like, no, 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 okay? In my game, it's all about the high numbers. Um,
Yeah. You got to have consistency because if like the one time you need a low number, then you happen to roll high, then that'll just piss you off.
oh, yeah, that happens to me all the time. In Josh's system, I was playing a character in a PvP tournament, and I had to roll below a 90, and I rolled a 100.
No.
Yep. Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Yeah. I about cried. I ain't gonna
I would cry. I would probably cry too.
lie. Okay, so a couple other things to go over real quick. Number one, safety tools in TTRPGs. Okay, it's a lot harder to do safety tools in a text-based game because by the time I write something, it's already there, right? Um,
Yeah.
so I will tell you that all my games are PG-13. Okay, there's never gonna be like on-screen naughtiness or sex.
It's
Okay,
fade to black.
yes,
Okay.
that doesn't happen. I will never get too gruesome or gory. Um, There's a whole bunch of things that will just never happen in my game because I don't want to see them. Like, there's never going to be harm to children. There's never going to be any kind of like unconsensual,
Right.
that kind of stuff
Non-con.
going. Yeah. Um, so,
Okay.
but if at any time I do somehow like, incidentally trigger you or make you feel uncomfortable, okay, message me and let me know right away, and I will retcon that and we will fix it to make sure that you always feel comfortable within my gaming space, okay?
Okay.
Um,
Just
that's
send like a stop sign emoji, like no.
yeah, exactly. But that's something real big for me because I've had situations come up where people were uncomfortable and then didn't say anything. Now, not in my text games, not on this server, but when I was running live games for people, um,
Yeah.
and then it becomes a big thing, and I don't want that. Um,
Good.
so okay, there's that. Oh, are you okay with other people reading your game?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, okay, yeah, because I
I'm
will
a
tell you.
performer at heart.
Well, I will tell you within this community that some people get really into some of the games, and some people read all of the games. So there is a general chat for the server, and there's also a general chat specifically for my game. So please feel free to interact in those. We're building a community, right? I don't want people
Yeah.
to exist on an island here. Um, so I think that covers pretty much everything. We kind of talked about this, but I don't think we fully fleshed it out. But what like type of city do you want it to be set in? Do you want it to be more like Chicago era, or do you want it to be more New York, like
I would
Californian
say
style?
maybe more like Chicago because New York that's too Broadway tempting.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to touch that. And plus, my in real life personal thing, like New York scares me because I have a phobia of crowds.
Okay.
So like that's like,
Yeah.
but I don't know why Chicago draws me, but it does. That or L.A. One of the
Okay.
two of those. Uh,
Okay. Well, I think I like Chicago better because if you're in LA, you're not gonna be near any kind of water source like at all, right? Like,
are
uh,
you? I say yeah. Well, kind of
well,
the
yeah,
ocean.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're right, but it's just. Oh well, okay, yeah, L.A. All right. I don't know why I even said L.A. I was thinking Las Vegas and not L.A. And I don't know. Okay,
Oh.
so now I get you. Yes. Um. So like I said, if it's L.A., it's gonna be a lot more like movie stardom kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I think that would be cool. And honestly, most like film noir, isn't that where they were set in Hollywood,
Yeah,
right?
like literally like there's a game called LA Noir
Yeah.
that takes place in LA.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's go with that. I like that.
Okay.
Okay. And so the opening blurb for your game is gonna end up being this big long thing that I write out. Okay. I do not expect you to write as much as I'm gonna write for that opening thing, and it actually won't be that common for me to write that much after that, right? But your opening thing is always gonna be pretty big. Um, and
Okay.
that way I can set up the story and where you're at, and give plenty of detail. Um,
Okay,
and
so do you want me to kickstart it or do you want me to
no,
use
no,
my
yeah,
blurb based on yours?
yeah, exactly. Wait
Okay,
for
that I
me,
can
and
work with.
like I said, I will give a big opening thing, and then you just respond as you can. We
For
prefer two
character info.
responses a day, yeah. But you don't have to do that. Um, it's just we would like it. I am required to respond at least twice a day. Um,
Okay.
but I will tell you that yesterday I wasn't able to do that because I had the absolute worst day at work. Oh my god, it
Oh,
was
no, that's
terrible.
okay. That's
Um,
okay. Yeah, and but I mostly usually work during the week, like while my kid's in school. But this week he's on spring break, which is why I'm a little more flexible this week. Uh, so
okay.
yeah, no, it's usually going to be nights or weekends, but this week it's whenever.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, you just respond whenever. There's no time constraint. Um, I will
Why I
tell you
love
that.
text based.
Yeah, I will tell you that I am much more active during the day. because I'm a day shifter and I tend to get up very early, which means I tend to go to bed a little earlier. So it's usually in the mornings when I am most active on the server.
Okay. Okay.
And I think that is everything. Do
Awesome.
you have any questions for me before we end the voice chat?
Yeah, no, I think that's it. Yeah, just you're basically gonna like tag me whenever you finish your blurb, so I don't
Yes,
lose it in the shuffle, right? Okay,
exactly. Yes.
that's all. That's all I ask. Other than that, yeah, I'm cool.
Yep. Every time I respond, I will try to tag you. Now, sometimes I forget to hit reply, but for the most part, anytime I respond into your game, I will tag you in it. I
Okay,
will
awesome.
end up being, I will be renaming your channel that your game's in off of what the game is called. Um,
Yeah.
and but I'll tag you when I do that so that you know. Oh, one last thing. Are you on Discord on your PC or on your phone?
Well, right now I'm on my phone, but I have it on both.
Okay, so that actually makes it easier to do it on your phone. So if you look into your game, and I'll throw you a tag in here one more time to make sure you know where we're at. Um, you're gonna see the character sheet that
You
I
cut
just
off. Can you say that again?
uh,
Okay.
yeah, you're gonna see the character sheet that I just made for you. So I need you to copy and paste that to the chat, so that way you will be able to
Fill it
use
in.
it. Yeah. And all you need left to put in there is your player name and character name. But then as things progress, so oh man, shoot, one thing I forgot to tell you. When you're playing my game, a 95 through a 99 is a crit, and a 100 is like a mega crit. Okay. Um,
Okay.
Whenever you crit, you will gain a new ability based on whatever you were doing when you crit.
Okay.
So as a great example, one time I had someone roll a 100 while they were running away from being mugged, right? So
Yeah.
she was a Fey descendant human being. So I gave her an ability called BAMF, but it was just
Oh.
BMF, and
Geez.
it's bye motherfucker. um, but what it did was it gave her the Misty Step spell, but it allowed her to move during that action too. So she blinks 30
Yeah.
feet and then could do her full movement in a single action. Um,
That's neat.
yeah, so anytime, so like if you're using the voice and you're trying to influence someone and you roll a 95 to 99, well, now you're going to get something super cool that you can do with it, right? And
Yeah.
it'll always be based off whatever you're doing. So,
Okay.
so
Oh,
go ahead.
I do have one question.
Yes.
Okay, so did you want us to do real life dice every time, or did you want us to like do
Uh,
you use like the digital dice like the Avray?
That's entirely up to
input?
you. I use digital dice whenever I roll, but we go by the honor system. If you can roll physical and that's what you want to do, that's great. Um, the only thing I ask
I'm good
though
with
is
either or.
like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm good with either or because like in my other text ones we do use the Avray system,
Hmm.
but the Avray tends to hate me, so
Yeah.
I'm good with either or. But just to warn you, I probably will roll.
Well, yeah, those Avray and Dino kind of go back and forth between if they like you or hate you. Um, but I was gonna say, if it's a day where like you're working and it's gonna be like a long day before you'd be able to get to physical dice, just use the digital dice, right? That's fine.
Okay, so we can fluctuate.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, that's cool with me.
Yep.
Okay.
And I have no problem with that. Like I said, we go by the honor system. I trust you. It'll
Yeah,
be
and
a
also
much
like if
better
I'm
experience if you're honest. I will tell you that right away. So
oh yeah no, oh for sure no I'm pretty honest and much to my downfall sometimes.
yeah,
But no,
I know
so a
exactly what
lot
you
of the
mean.
times I would probably play after my kid falls asleep, so I'd have to do digital anyway, so he doesn't wake up to me rolling dice, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no problem.
So so my kid could probably sleep through a tornado. Um, so
Uh,
yeah, no, the flexibility is great. Yeah, that works for me.
okay. Okay, cool. All right. Well, I am gonna let you go, and I'm anybody watching the stream. I'm gonna go out and have a smoke, so I'm gonna put the stream on pause. Um, but this is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be such an epic story. I have some great ideas.
Yay!
I'm actually, like I said, I kind of picture your characters being almost like Jessica Rabbit esque, right? So now I'm totally thinking about somewhat basing it off of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, right? Like
I really like that.
I will
Yeah.
pull some influence from there. So because that's one of my favorite movies. Like it's so
Me
nostalgic for me.
too.
Um, so yeah, maybe you'll be at the Ink and Paint Club, right? That'll be the club that
Nice.
you're singing at. Okay, so like I said, I am
I
going
like that idea a
to
lot.
I'm gonna let you go, and we will. You'll be hearing from me soon, though.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna pause the stream for a moment, and I will be right back.